Okay, so we're going to start our video here. And the reason we're starting our video here is because there's a lot of people selling this jersey, the fake jersey, and they're saying it's the real jersey, and people are paying $180, $150, or thinking they're getting a discounted price on a real jersey. And some people can look at the two and not be able to tell what the difference is. So we're not just going to go through the differences between these two jerseys, right? Right? We're going to go through fake versus real Mitchell and Ness. So let's start with the most obvious. Now, I'm going to tell you something simple about this jersey, right? If you see this jersey, right, and you don't see the red inside, it's fake, okay? Black on the inside, okay? That's rule number one. But different jerseys may be different. So let's go to a different jersey. Now, if you see the Mitchell and Ness tag, you see how the size is under the Mitchell and Ness tag. And they give you this expensive rope, right? Because this is a $300 jersey. And you get this authentication card. You see this? Right. Now, don't get me wrong. That can be duplicated. But when you go over to the fake, what you see is the size on the side, right? Then you may see this, and don't get me wrong. They may give you one of these if they're a better fake. But this one is really not a great fake. So now, let's go to the lettering. This lettering is thick. Now, this is something you really can't see or feel in oh, maybe you can, because you see how flat one is and how thick one is, right? So you look at, even with a little bit of you can see it a little bit actually in the camera view when you compare the two. This is very, very thin. This is very, very thick, okay? When it comes to weight, if you pick up this jersey has weight on it. This jersey is thin. Here's another thing. These jerseys run small. Okay? Now, let's keep going. Let's take a look at this right here, right? Which is the Hardwood Classics patch, right? And we go over here. Now, let's put them side by side because it's a little bit hard to tell what I'm trying to show you. But when you look at these things side by side, right? Now, I mean, you can see how incredibly different these are, okay? For one, you don't have this, right? That word is not available in this one. In this, you're seeing a totally, right? Now, you may say, well, maybe this is the Hardwood Classic, but don't worry about it. We're going to go into that later on. But we want to focus on the quality of this lettering versus the quality of that lettering. Now, if you feel the stitching, you can notice the difference. But that's something you got to do when you're fitting them. I want you to be able to look at things when you're online. Look at things like, see that bend? Hard to see, but if you notice, it doesn't line up. Okay. All right. Let's go to the NBA patch before we keep going, all right? They look the same. I would say they're the same patch, okay? Let's go show you something really important, okay? This is so very, very important when you're buying a Mitchell and Ness jersey. Okay. Now we're here. We're looking at the inside. Look at the quality of look at the inside. Look at the quality on the inside of the stitching. Okay, look at the quality of the stitching. Now we go over here, and you can see it's pretty crappy, right? Then This is so important. You see this? You see this? Do you see that? Now, here's two things you got to look for. This is two things. You see that QC right there? And the tag, okay? And the tag that could be faked, right? So you gotta look and make sure that the letters look and the spacing and how thick your lettering looks like that. Because there's some that come with letters, that come with a tag. But the fakes will never have a QC tag on it, okay? And let's take a look at the inside of this that has a whole bunch of nothing. See, that's how that one looks on the inside, and that's how that one looks on the inside. Pretty much the same. The quality of this jersey versus the quality of this jersey cannot be simply expressed in video over the internet. But this thing is cheap. Let's show you some higher quality fake Mitchell Ness jerseys and keep on going. Let's play a game. This game is called Which Jersey is Fake and Which One is Real? Take a look at these jerseys, right? I mean, they look nice. I gotta say, this one feels great. This one, you know. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at that. Look, you can see some heaviness, not some cheap lettering. You see, this is not. You see some thickness in these letters. You see this? I mean, this is and well, these are thin, but to let you know that you can have this. You can look at this and say, oh wow, this looks nice. Let's go for. Let's go make our flipping inside out test. Now we're on the inside, right? Now we're going to show you. And look at that. I mean, it looks like I got to say, if it wasn't for the obvious things like how many stitches are messed up. Oh, look at that. Would that have passed the Mitchell and Ness quality control test? Would Mitchell and Ness have allowed that to go to the store? I'm not saying they make the best jerseys in the world, but really. And look at this. Now, the thing about this that's so good is this is official. The NBA, I'm guaranteeing you on the real jersey, this is what you really would see on the real version of this jersey. But you see this and you see a problem. Let's go over to our Clyde the Glide Drexler. I'm a big Clyde Drexler fan. I'm from the old school, as you could probably tell. And you see a big problem there. And another problem there, right? See, you're starting to learn how to look for these things, right? And what's inside there? Nothing. Now let's take a look at our Patrick Ewing Classic, right? What's the first thing you notice about? Okay. Back to the quality stitching versus the almost quality stitching. You see, this is a different symbol. They're giving you the one with the ball in. And this is not. Okay? You also see, now this is Hardwood Classic versus Hardwood Classic, okay? Okay? You see that box that it's in? It comes in that little box, and then the Mitchell Ness is on the bottom. But you don't see that here, right? Little things like that, right? Now, some of the fakes will have this here. But if you don't see that there, then that's another sign. And let's go to my Clyde Drexler real quick, just to let you know. See, look. See, my Clyde Drexler has the HFC Swingman right there, right? Clyde Drexler. And, of course, you can see the bolder numbers, the bolder letters. There's a big difference in the side. But if you don't have one of these to say I can compare that to, the color scheme, then you can look for other things besides the color scheme to say, hold up, this is not real. So like I said, you may not have a $300 jersey or a $135 jersey sitting around. Now look at another thing Mitchell Ness gave you. Another rope, right? You see that? The rope leads you to this thing, letting you know the authenticity of the jersey. You go back and you see the correct Mitchell and Ness tag. Let's flip this inside out. That's quality, okay? You see what I'm saying? Now people may say whatever about the hardwood, you see that? That's what you're supposed to be looking at when you turn your jerseys inside out. And that's what you're supposed to see. And see, look again, look real closely, get a good view of it. We're going to take a picture on the other side. Okay. When you look for hardwood classics, look for hardwood classics. Okay. Learn to tell the difference. This is going to be hard to see. So I'm just going to walk you through this, okay? You see this jersey? You see it arcs a little bit. Same on the other side. Now, why am I showing you this? Give me a moment. All replica jerseys give you a straight line. Again, all replica jerseys give you a straight line. Now, I am aware that there are some Laker jerseys and some other jerseys that they are straight line. The real legitimate, like I have a LeBron James jersey that is a straight line. That's a NBA, but it's a Nike jersey. So remember the difference. So if you're talking about Mitchell and Ness, right? When you're talking Mitchell and Ness, that means this is fake. Let me show you another example. This, two straight lines. And other issues, like, you know what I'm saying? So, there's so many things to know. I consider this the hell of jersey authentication. It's called Nike jerseys. Now, why are Nike jerseys such a pain? Because every year they change their design. So you're going to see some real dissimilarities in these jerseys. Okay? This is where it gets fun, and it also gets to be a little bit of a pain. So let me get a little bit of water, and we're going to show you these four. And actually, I have one more Nike jersey I want to throw up in here and really make it nice and fun for you guys and ladies, and if you're the non-binary, whatever you call yourselves. So I'm going to get the other jersey, and we're going to have some more fun. Look at this. Isn't this fun? Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I want to take a look at some Nike jerseys. Okay. Let's start with looking at an old Nike jersey. This is a very old Nike jersey I bought from the NBA store years ago. This is an official NBA USA basketball jersey. It's kind of falling apart, but we're going to ignore that part. You can still see, well, I don't know if you can still see how quality this jersey really is. This is just a great jersey. And this is what would be the Nike inside tag that would have the Nike symbol on it. But it's been kind of faded because I had it for a long time. And this is the Nike care tag. This is important and not important according to the Nike expert that I talked to today. Now, all these things that I'm showing you are for old jerseys. So the issue with these Nike jerseys is, if you're looking for this jersey, you have to compare it when you buy. If you buy a Nike jersey online or for somewhere wherever, you can't compare it to these jerseys or that jersey because they're all totally different. Not only are they made in different years, but they're totally different styles. So if you have a USA jersey, you want to look for the thickness, right? You want to look for the not really big lettering, but you want to have that smooth lettering. And you want this inside stuff. That's important. That's important. And the inside tag that I showed you is important. Got to have all that glistening stuff and make sure your letters look right. I'm telling you this because they do have fakes of these. And so you need to know what to look for. And you can't compare them to the newer jerseys. You have to compare them to the jerseys that they're trying to fake. And so I'm giving you the best I can, let you know, see some thickness. You're not going to see this type of thickness in a replica jersey. Okay? So I'm trying my best to, and you see that even after all these years, and well, I can't say it's still I can't say it's kept together, but most of the jersey is kept together. Okay? Let's go to another jersey I bought from, I believe, Modell's, if I'm correct. Long time ago, when Modell's used to be across the street from us. Okay. I gotta watch the jersey, but I wanted to do the video now and whatever. Let's get to the point. This jersey has a freaking tag in it. Okay. And it's made in Honduras. Okay. The reason I'm showing you this is because the newer jerseys aren't made in Honduras, and they don't have tags in them. Right? And then you look on my inside, right? I have here no Nike tag, but just the caretake tag. So, again, if you're buying, now you see this is a really pretty thin jersey. It's not a swingman. It came out before the swingman era. This is years, probably at least 10 years before the swingman era. This is a very old jersey. If I'm right, I bought it when he came back the second or third time. So if I'm right, I bought this jersey when Jordan was still playing. So again, it makes it hard. So that's the best I can do for y'all. Now let's look at some of the more current Nike jerseys. And the issue is this information I'm giving you may be irrelevant in a few years when they give you new Nike jerseys. Because what happens is these jerseys become either very hard to find or extinct because Nike, like I said, doesn't make them anymore. So let's explore the wonderful world of Nike jerseys. I'm sure by just looking at these, you can easily tell there's something wrong with this jersey. Now, I'm going to show you something that a lot of people talk about that you may not be able to see in the video. That all the jerseys are a different yellow. That may or may not be a factor because Nike makes different jerseys every year. So you can't use that as an authenticator for Nike. Some people do, but it's not very accurate. Now, let's take a look at this jersey. Now, here's the problem. I can't compare this. Oh, yeah, I sure can. I can compare this jersey to this jersey, right? Because this is a Nike Connect jersey, and this is a Nike Connect jersey. If you know anything about Nike Connect doesn't exist anymore. So, if you see Nike Connect jerseys, it doesn't mean that your jersey is fake, but it means that you should be suspicious. Okay, Let's take a look and see no inside tag whatsoever, right? Let's look inside and see an inside tag with a Nike, one of these bad boys, okay? Okay. Now, let's go and look at this, and you see there's nothing there, okay? Now you come here, right? You see that smoothness? You see that smoothness? You see that? It's like, it's literally part of the jersey. It's not sewn in. This is what they do now. There was a time where they did do it like this, but that time is a long time ago. Okay. Now, if this is supposed to be a Connect jersey, right, then the lettering style should be the same, right? Right? But if you notice, this is heat pressed in, while this is sewn in, right? Now, let's go over here. And you see the dry fit, right? Oh, that looks good. What's missing? Oh, that's not missing. Actually, that's right. That is correct. In here, it ain't even got a joint. Okay? These are old tags. Okay? These tags are not what they use anymore. And you'll see these on both jerseys, right? With the holograms and you see you see the balls and the holograms and the different thing in these holograms. Let's turn it to the back. Oh, you're gonna like this one. I mean, if this is not a dead giveaway, right? This is sewn in. This is not. This is like the front. This is, you can even see some of the stitching out, falling out. Okay, let's turn these bad boys inside out. Before we do that, let's come over here and take a look at another Laker jersey, right? Dry fit with the eco symbol, right? Right? Smooth, right? Smooth lettering. Same lettering as my LeBron James jersey. Here you can probably put them side by side as close as we can. Now you see one is darker, and we're not going to discuss that issue because according to the Nike expert that I spoke to yesterday, that could be because they're different jerseys made in different years, coming from different areas. I mean, okay, this one is made in Thailand. We would expect this one to be also made in Thailand, but that shows you that Nike stuff is not always made in the same place, right? Then you come here. This code will always be different in different jerseys. So if you get a Kobe Bryant jersey and a Jordan jersey and a what's his name, a whoever jersey, and they all have the same code, you know that something ain't right here, okay? And you look at this Nike Swingman, right? Right? You'll see that you'll have the Nike here, right? And the difference is basically that this is from that era. Again, going back to how Nike does different things all the time. This Nike jersey does not have the Nike tag in it, right? And what it does have is the caretaker care tag, right? Which I want to show you, taking pictures and stuff, is 5 pages long. It's important that it's 5 pages long. Because if it's not 5 pages long, then you know it's fake. It ends here. Tells you all the stuff in here, blah, 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 different languages. Blah, 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 right. Some of them, the fake ones, are even numbered. And really makes it obvious that it's not authentic. Now when it comes to material and feeling, I'm gonna tell you, this feels almost the same. These are made a little bit smoother. So this is something you got to just touch. And then you'll know. And then I want to show you what we're using today. Today, Nike is using these. Now, this may change in a few weeks or next year. And these fake cardboard, recycled or whatever the heck they are, thingies that have this information in it, right? That have this information in it. It may be in a different language, according to wherever you get it from. Okay. And what's the thing? There's something else I wanted to show you. Oh, and this thing. And then you want to look for this thing in the back, this code stuff. Now, you see here on this tag, AA7099-741. And then you'll see down here, AA709-741. That's why that's important. That's your serial number to your jersey. Let's go and show you something else. When you feel this, right? When you feel this, it's supposed to feel like nothing. It's part of the jersey. So when you go in here, you're not supposed to notice that, okay? See what I'm saying? You got to feel like that. Now, when you do that, you're going to notice the back. So don't get that confused with what you're doing. So what I want you to come out with this is the knowledge how to tell real from fake. You know what I'm saying? Look at that rope. Remember, look for this rope, baby. Okay. You know, after a while, you begin to be able to just see things that are just pretty obvious. You know, and sometimes the jersey could be really done pretty well. Like I think this Larry Bird jersey is great. You know, I have a Nike Larry Bird jersey or an Adidas Larry Bird jersey that fell apart, and so I'm just gonna wear this one. You know, wear the replica. Do your homework when you get replicas. I do sell replicas, and I'm not advocating that you get the ones that I sell. If you want to get a replica jersey, you want to make sure you get it from someone that's honest about it being a replica jersey, and that takes pride and quality in their work. Not someone who's going to tell you this is a real Laker jersey and try to get over on you. And then what happens is eBay says, no, you have to pay this customer back, and I'm letting him keep the jerseys. And so you lose all that money and your shipping charge when you do these dishonest things. And look how faded this is. This don't even look as quality as my Champion jersey. Okay? I'm not saying that replica jerseys are not nice. To a certain degree, I don't think any of these jerseys are low quality. Well, maybe to some degree, right? See that stitch? You see that stitch? I think I showed you that stitch, but I'll show it to you again. Now, if I'm correct though, right? You over here, and we got something stitched. And so, you know, Nike makes things nice and fun. You see? This is this is how they are on fake jerseys. So I just showed you 2 real Nike jerseys that do this, right? But the real jerseys do this now. Give you the flat edge. Flat, smooth surface. You know, look out for the smaller sizings. That's another indicator. Look out for the shape. Look out for differences. One thing you'll always find is you don't need to bring these things to your house. You don't need to have all these jerseys sitting around to tell which ones are fake and which ones are not. After watching this video, you should be able to tell a fake by looking at it online, unless it's like done so incredibly well. Like, oh yeah, this is a real Steph Curry jersey. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to sell you this jersey for $200 because it's a Nike. So I'll sell you. I'll give you a discount. You can get it for $70-$80. This is a real Steph Curry jersey. I'm not lying to you, right? After I just showed you the video and how to tell which one is fake and which ones are real, right? But again, it's your choice. Wearing replica jerseys will save you some money. I mean, because I think this is a great jersey. Oh, we didn't show you the inside of the Kobe Bryant jerseys, right? I guess because there's nothing to show you. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. There's nothing. See, when you see that, that's what you're supposed to see. Okay? Come over here. That's what you're supposed to see, right? And let's end it by, if I can find where I put the other. LeBron James. The guy said this was a real official jersey. And don't fall for this shit. Again, I just want to talk about how replicas could be quality because, I mean, this is a really great fitting jersey. So, I mean, don't just think, oh, it's replica, it's a piece of crap. You may say, well, that's crappy. That's where you find a good replica source. There's someone who makes quality replicas. And then you could still get a jersey like, man, this is pretty nice, actually. The only thing that's problem is and it's not a lot of it either. And so this jersey would feel comfortable on you. It's just fake. Still pretty nice, pretty dope jersey. In fact, I might have to keep this one. The thing to look out for is these painted holes, right? In the real jerseys, they're actually holes for more ventilation. Again, we're not NBA players, so that's not important. But if you want to authenticate your jersey, then do as such. Now I'm going to show you something. Look at this replica, right? It actually has the tag in the right place. But, yeah. And I'm guaranteeing you it's going to have no QC inside or whatever. Okay. Anyway, just to let you know, man, sometimes these things can be duplicated. Great lettering here, but too thick. You see that, and you see the problems with that symbol that we discussed earlier. There's so many things that are done wrong with replicas that you can really easily tell. Another nice, beautiful straight line. Oh, I can keep going, but I think I told you enough. One more thing I noticed, man. It's the weight on this jersey, baby. You know what I'm saying? It got a little something to it. It's not just a little. So